So there were a lot of questions about who Jukebox's mom was after we first heard about her during the heated debate and the fight between Lulu and Marvin during episode 5. Lulu said that she left Marvin for a Knicks player and then got turned around to the whole goddamn league. And the questions were, when were we going to get introduced to Jukebox's mom, and will we see her on Raising Kanan? Of course we were, otherwise they would never have mentioned her, and stars have just released this information on Jukebox's mom. She's going to be played by Latoya Luckett during season 2 of Power Book 3 Raising Kanan. Now Kenya is Jukebox's mother and Marvin's ex. She left their family when Jukebox was very young. She tried to make it in LA as a singer, but 3 years ago she moved back to New York, and upon her return she settled in Harlem, and church is a big part of her life. So that's Jukebox's mom, and I wonder how this is going to impact Jukebox going forward, because she left when Jukebox was very young, so Jukebox would barely even know her own mom, and she would have had more of a relationship with Raquel growing up, which we learned about how they used to stay up all night and talk, share secrets, and have girly talks. But Jukebox's mom left Marvin to raise Juke on his own. Ironically, she tried to make it in LA as a singer, but clearly it didn't work out because now she's back in New York, and she's found a new life where church is a big part of her now. So at some point during Power Book 3 Raising Kanan season 2, she's going to come face to face with her moms, and it's going to be interesting to see how their relationship develops. We know that Juke is as hard as they come, and she was born a hustler. She also shares a common interest with Kenya as well, which is music, but whether they can strike a bond in a relationship, we're just gonna have to wait and see. And how will Marvin react to Kenya returning to their lives? We're still yet to see Marvin find out about Juke's sexuality and then kick her out the house. And I do wonder whether it's at this point will Juke then start to bond with her moms because she has nowhere else to go. So it's gonna be interesting to see Juke's mom in Raising Kanan next season, and more so Marvin's reaction too, because there's gonna be a therapist that's called Renée Timmons, and she's gonna be Marvin's anger management therapist. Renée can hold her own with anyone, especially with people that attend her class and need help working through their issues. And Marvin is someone who does make a lot of bad decisions based on emotions. He's someone who knows he was irresponsible with the power that he had when he was in charge of the Thomas organization, which is why Raquel took the reins. But if Marvin is able to get his anger under control and his emotions in check, then we could really see his character adapt a little during season 2 and become a lot smarter and a lot more wiser. But the key question is, what will push him into going to see Renée? Something will happen and trigger Marvin into admitting that he needs to speak to someone and let his feelings be known. I likened Marvin's actions to Tommy in one of my previous videos, where I said it seemed like he was someone who enjoyed inflicting pains on his victims and toyed with them before he killed them. But we even saw Tommy visit Father Callahan on more than one occasion in Power, where he opened up to him about Raina's death and how he should have been there to protect her. So we could very well see something similar from Marvin when he sees his therapist Renée. But let's move on to Omar Dorsey, who's going to be playing Cartier Duns Fareed. He's handsome, charismatic, overflowing with confidence, and always dressed to kill. He's someone who always sucks up all the energy in any room which he steps in, and he has a vision for business, expanding into less crowded markets like DC and Baltimore, and even into other types of business like music and art. And the first thing that springs to mind about his character description is how he likes to step into other types of business like music, and we all know a few people who have a passion for music. We have Lulu, Famous, Jukebox, and Jessica too. Ironically, Jessica is also from Baltimore, where Duns are expanding into, but he could very well have an impact on the Thomas family in more than one way with their drug business, and he may well get into some sort of partnership and business with Lulu with music, because we know that he's someone who has one eye away from the game. But Duns seems like a character who's very calm, someone who isn't afraid to kill, but only when he needs to, because he sounds like he's someone who's all about business first. So I'm excited to see this new character Duns in action in season 2. And lastly, we have Zisa, who we don't have too much information on, but she's an up-and-coming singer looking to make a name for herself with Lou and Crown's label. So this tells me that Crown is definitely surviving season 1, and Lou seems like he's involved in Crown's music business a lot more in season 2, and we know he sees this as a way out of the game, as a way of making money which is not from the drug business, which we learned in episode 6. But those are 4 new characters that are going to be introduced in season 2, and I'm definitely most excited to see Jukebox's moms and learn more about Jukebox's past and why she became this savage that we saw in Power. I released a video earlier on Jukebox's character, and I do wish this news came out just one day earlier so I could tie it in with my video. But let's see how season 1 finishes, then we can always revisit Jukebox's storyline again and how her mom's coming into season 2 will impact her going forward. But let me know what you guys think down below in the comment section about the 4 new characters that we're going to see in season 2 of Power Book 3 Raising Kanan. So drop me all your thoughts and comments down below, and of course if you're new to the channel and you haven't done so already, then remember to smash the subscribe button. You shouldn't see everything Power Book 3 and Power Universe related. But as always, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.